Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we're going to play a token aggro deck with Intangible Virtue. 2 mana enchantment. It gives creature tokens that you control +1/+1, and they have Vigilance, which is pretty sweet because we also got Battle Screech, 4 mana sorcery. You can create 2 bird creature tokens with flying, and then flash it back typically on the same turn by tapping 3 untapped white creatures you control to get 2 more birds, which with Intangible Virtue, they have Vigilance, so you can swing out creatures beforehand, and they'll be that's 8 power on the board with flying really quickly. And then with heroic reinforcements to give all our stuff +1/+1, and haste as it's coming in and attacking, Castle Embereth, Shefet Dunes, a bunch of ways to buff up the team and hidden for tons and tons of damage. We are full on token aggro. Typically tokens that play stuff focused on Craterhoof Behemoth, get enough creatures out in the battlefield and then sacrifice it to go find Craterhoof Behemoth on turn 4, turn 5, and then hidden for tons of damage, go for lethal that way. For us, we're just full on tokens. We're just trying to play tons of tokens out in the battlefield, get them out there, hidden, and that's basically it. Like, there's really not much more to say there. We do have good lands in the deck for Castle Embereth, bumping up the whole team. Shefet Dunes doing the same thing. Den of the Bugbear attacking in with a creature that also creates a token, which is really, really sweet for us. And that is it. Like, it's straightforward. We're just hitting in with tokens. This is a really cheap deck, which is really nice if you're looking for something more budget. This is it. There's a couple cards in here like Anointed Procession and Legion's Landing that I think Legion's Landing is the only one that you really need. The lands in here can be really nice to have, but for the most part, you can sit with Shefet Dunes over Castle Embereth if you're trying to keep it cheap. So if you want a good deck for Historic that is cheap and not a lot of wild cards to spend here, this is it. This is the one. All right, so let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Hey, check it out. I got a deck box and it's pretty sweet. So if you guys want my deck box, a custom deck box, some sweet accessories, or this double-sided partner deck box, then you guys can check those out with the description down below. It's a 10% discount on all deck boxes, and it helps support the channel and my friend's business. Thank you guys so much. We are up against Enthrallment, and no one drop here. But we do have Intangible Virtue into Omen of the Sun, which is pretty good. And we have Anointed Procession, which just sounds really fun. I have 2 of these here to let us go a little bit more into the late game and just like take over the board. Let us rebuild quickly against control decks that are going to have lots of board wipes. So we'll see how this does. The worst thing that can happen here is running up against an Elesh Norn. We need to have at least 2 Intangible Virtues to have a chance against that. But we're halfway there. So if this is a reanimation deck with Elesh Norn, we have a shot. All right, no Elesh Norn yet. Double Intangible Virtue is kind of fun. If we go double Intangible Virtue, and then Anointed Procession, and then we just build tokens after that, that could be kind of fun. And just hope we're not dead until turn whatever it takes. All right, so play out Shefet Dunes, play out Intangible Virtue, pass the turn. So we can go for Omen of the Sun, of course, which is a good way to go. We could then play out double Battle Screech after attacking in for 4. But we could also just go for Intangible Virtue and then Anointed Procession and then Omen of the Sun and then Battle Screech. That's just, it's so greedy, but I want to do it so bad. How many turns do you think we actually have here? They haven't discarded anything yet. We're going all in. We're going for the greed. We came here to be entertained, okay guys? Not to play the best Magic that ever was ever played. We came to be entertained and have fun, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right. So they're gonna go super aggro from this point on, which is fine because we have lots of ways to gain life. So Legion's Landing is actually pretty sweet. I am gonna go ahead and put out this Anointed Procession. And we're gonna see how this does for us. I'm hoping for 1 more land so we can get out Anointer Priest and then Omen of the Sun to gain some life, and then a ton of life with Anointer Priest as well. This is such a greedy start. We've played nothing that actually like interacts or does anything at all. But Anointer Priest, the one of that we have in this deck, whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. And the cool thing here is that if they ever kill it, we can spend 4 mana to embalm it. With Anointed Procession, it comes back as 2 copies of Anointer Priest. They will trigger themselves, gain lots of life. Oh, are we dead? It's close. We're really close to being dead. And we got the other Anointed Procession. Well, let's see here. So we might have to go for Battle Screech, just a chump block, and hopefully they don't have ways to deal damage to us here. So let's go Battle Screech. Oh man, can I? Yeah, we have to go Battle Screech to block, I think. All right, so we have a few really big blockers. 5/3/3s they have to get around, but this deck probably has burn. They might just have a bunch of shocks to hit us with. So we're gonna be in trouble. These Shefet Dunes hurt us a lot. We have all white cards in hand, so everything is gonna hurt us a little bit. If they have one shock, we're in tons of trouble. Ugh, I don't know. So greedy. If I had just gone down to Legion's Landing a little bit earlier, we would have had a 3/3 life linker to be hitting in with to try to gain some life along the way here, which would have been gone a long way. It would have gone a really long way there. Faithless Looting grows the dorks. Oh man. So they do have crash throughs. Crash through is a way that they could kill us. It gives everything trample. So if they find that here, they keep it on top. Is it a crash through? And then we won't be able to win if they have a crash through. If they have a bolt, a way to just deal enough damage to our face, we're dead. Yikes. So we have 8 3/3s. If they swing too aggressively, we also can just win. Unholy Heat, that's fine. Swings in. So block, 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 and block. They don't have trample, I don't think. All right, so we get to kill the Arctic Phoenixes. Okay. That is actually really nice. All right, so we have Anointer Priest. We have Satyr's Cunning. Gain life with this first. Legion Landing. Go down to 4, but gain some more life. Swing in for a decent amount. Flip this over. Now we can start making more life linkers. All right. I mean, I think we're back to being in okay shape. If they get their Arctic Phoenixes out this turn, we can take 1 hit and go to 3. If they find a crash through, we're still in a lot of trouble. Faithless Looting. From the hand, they didn't have to spend too much. Oh boy. We were so greedy with this one. I mean, it's kind of paying off. Like, we win next turn. Pretty for sure. They did find the crash through. All right, yeah, that's it. Holy Heat. Yeah, that's a good game. They get to cast enough stuff. They get the guys, and they get the crash through. Gets a swing in. Yeah, love you too. That was good. No blocks, they got us. Yeah, so now these guys have trample. No way our 6 power worth of stuff could stop it, as well as the Arctic Phoenixes. It was fun. We had a blast playing it. It could have been really, really cool. I went all in on greed, and that's what happens when you get greedy. All right, up against Gitten, and pretty sweet hand. I like this. I actually really like Haazda Marshal with Raise the Alarm, start growing the board really quickly into reinforcements. Oodalolly is all I gotta say. And then we actually get to flip the Legion's Landing immediately as well. So good. Okay, don't kill this guy. Don't you think... Don't do it. Fervent Champion. No blocks. Ooh, Intangible Virtue. We definitely play tokens first and then Intangible Virtue. So swing in. Down to 19. Pass the turn. Robber of the Rich. We let it go. It's a land. Good. We actually have like the most aggressive hand we've had, and I'm really excited for it. 2 or more other lands. I can't remember. Okay, so I don't think we can play that one right now. So we get Intangible Virtue, Legion's Landing, flip Legion's Landing, get another life linking dude. And now we're, so this is the aggro start. That was turn 3, turn 4. Yeah, so up against mono red aggro, and who's going to beat them there? That's right. Booyah. That is the start we want with this deck. That is so good. We are up against Hatsune Miku, and a pretty sweet hand. I'm definitely keeping this. We have a Legion Landing on turn 1. Forbidden Friendship turn 2. Attack with 2 creatures. Not quite enough to flip the Legion's Landing, but we get there pretty soon. Ooh, Intangible Virtue. Do I go for that first? I think we get out more tokens here first. We're going to go full on, go wide, swing in. This is give us a really good play on the next turn. So we can play out Intangible Virtue, swing in with 3 creatures, flip the Legion's Landing, play out another Legion's Landing. Oh, we don't get to flip the Legion's Landing anymore. A goose. All right, so this is just Gruul something. I don't really actually know what's going on right now. Den of the Bugbear would be nice to get out. Heroic Reinforcements is actually really important. And so I think I'm actually going to focus on getting out an untapped land here. Intangible Virtue, swing in for 4. Down to 12, past the turn. This means we have Heroic Reinforcements, which puts out 2 creatures on the battlefield, gives them haste, and gives everything a buff, which is huge. Oh no, that's really bad. That's very, very, very bad. All right. Luckily we have lots of cheap things and we can keep a lot of power on the board. We don't need our 4 drops right now, yo. All right, swing in. Yeah, they chump with a ruin blaster. Down to 10, past the turn. We just hope they don't have too much more board wipe, or we actually find our 1 and 2 mana spells, which is like the entire deck. Let's check out our trusty dusty MTG assistant. So guys, check this out. Link down in the description below. I hate you so much right now. Luckily, we have our planes, or we have our white mana, which is more important in this matchup, or in this deck. Well, a land isn't the worst. No attacks. They have, yeah, they've kept us down here really well. We have lots of 2 drops and 1 drop things. That's most of the deck. Whoa, what just happened? Everything just went away. All right. All right, everything's back. We found what we wanted. Heroic Reinforcements. We could flip a Legion's Landing, which is a really big deal. We can trade off with the Bone Crusher Giant. They have to block. We do have Vigilance, but they get to gain life with the Gargoyle, so they actually don't have to block with anything besides that. We get to flip the Legion's Landing, which gives us another land, which guarantees the reinforcements on the next turn as well. So I think even though this makes a beast as well, though, is the issue. Ugh. It guarantees the heroic reinforcements on the next turn, which is really important. It could potentially kill a Bone Crusher Giant. Kills the Goose, I'm pretty sure. Let's just go wide later. That's a tough call. Giving him this Gargaroth trigger is really annoying, but we get to trade off with the Bone Crusher Giant, which is huge. I'm down for that all day long. Gets rid of the lifelinker. They decided to play smart. So taking 6 here, taking 3. Do they gain life? Create a beast token or draw a card. I think the beast is the right play. Down to 5. We have enough to double block. Oh no, we don't have enough now. Right, the +1. Down to 5 though. Right where we wanted ya. All right, no blocks. Down to 16. Oof. Stone Rain, okay. We can play out the other reinforcements. Gargaroth was a big deal. Land isn't so great. Enough to be able to kill a Gargaroth past the turn. We don't attack it, now they have 2 beasties. We ended up drawing the other land anyway, so hitting, flipping the Legion's Landing didn't end up being as useful as it could have been. Killing a Gargaroth. That leaves him with a lot of stuff. We can take a 6. We have a high chance of just drawing good creatures here, but they're not big enough to beat the beasties. But it's big enough to block them for days, so we're going to just try to play the long game here. I don't think we can let them get in for a hit and then keep making them over and over and over again. Lots of dudes. Anointer Priest, not the best draw there. All right, come on, deck. Give us, you know, going wide is this deck's specialty. Maybe we could do that one of these times and find all of our other cards. So we're not dead on board. We're still... Okay, we might be dead on board. It's close. Down to 1. Okay. Yeah. All right, Anointer Priest. We get to gain 1 life from this entering. Legion's Landing. The life gain from that, I don't think is enough. Yeah, nope. We're dead. Okie dokie then. Oh man, we drew all of our expensive stuff, which is a little bit awkward. We didn't actually get to go very wide. I could have played that a little bit differently, but the Gargaroth was a really big deal that they got on curve. All right, up against Lucifer, and we have Intangible Virtue, we have Omen of the Suns, we have to get to that 3 mana. Yorion decks will have lots of blinking removal, which is actually really scary for us. Ways to get rid of Intangible Virtue with certain stuff. Like I'm guessing it's going to be the blink deck. We do have the chance, like we have a curve, we have the ability to go a little bit aggressive here potentially. So let's just hope we can get going before they get too many things. All right, the extra land is really, really important. We'll go ahead and go for this one. Swing in, down to 18 past the turn. Green mana, no blue mana yet. Inspiring Vantage. Down to 16 past the turn. All right, so the worst thing that can happen here... Okay, good. They didn't have the Skyclave Apparition. That's the one. That's the one that I hate. All right, so Legion's Landing to make sure it flips here. Down to 10. Omen of the Sun gives us lethal. We also have Adento of the first fort we can just use if we need to. Satyr's Cunning. I can play that out at sorcery speed and then Omen of the Sun, but let's hold off here. We can play the first fort, which is better than Satyr's Cunning. This is only there because we need something. Yeah, I was expecting a potential board wipe, so that's bad. But now we have Omen. We'll go. Unfortunately, these don't have haste. I really wish we had a 1 mana token that was hasty. That would be such a good card. We're gonna hold on to the first fort here. Down to 6, pass the turn. Raise the Alarm is instant speed. Yeah, first fort token. Ooh, Anointed Procession is fun. Swing in, see if they have blockers or anything here. They settle, which gives us tons of mana, which is kind of fun. We do want to keep the pressure on, though, so I want to be able to raise the alarm here at some point. All right, pass the turn. We have the mana to Anointed Procession and then do the first fort here afterwards. We have a chance to still draw Intangible Virtue and win with the raise the alarm. And I think we have enough mana to raise the alarm and this. No, we don't. We're just one shy. All right, so raise the alarm. Sacrifice this. Get some more stuff in the graveyard for the Satyr's Cunning. Definitely land to the bottom. Anointer Priest to the bottom. Looking for the Intangible Virtue. I guess we try to go on the upkeep here as well. We have other good cards. I could be Heroic Reinforcements though. Yeah, so let's go ahead and Omen of the Sun, sacrifice both to the bottom. That's the Intangible Virtue. And gives us a chance for game here. Haze of Pollen. Oh no. Oh, that's what they're doing. Oh no. Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. Still have 6 power on the board currently. We have the ability to escape one of these Satyr's Cunnings now. All right, so with our stuff here, at them being at 6 mana, we can just keep going for down to the fort here. March of the Multitudes, life-linking dudes? That's bad. All right, they have the ability to... They should probably... I guess, yeah, that's kind of what they need to do, but... A little bit awkward for them. Another board wipe here would be awful. It's only 2 other cards? Oh, it's only 2. Why did I get rid of the other Satyr's Cunning? Oh, because I have another one. That's right, we're fine. All right, pass the turn. This is not the deck I was expecting to be going up against with this. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they're going to have things like the Omen of the Suns to play. And then March of the Multitudes is really good. It would be a fun card in our deck too, but whatever. Down to 5, bolts it in, has how much mana now? 8? What do they need for 8 mana? World Trees, pretty scary as well. They could have Omen of the Sun. Or they have that much mana to play out Yorion. In control of some stuff. They become 1/1s. We can't block with these, but we get to make some dudes. All right, so we attack in. Okay, blocks everything. We already have lethal on board, so I think we just hold back. We have the Adent to the first fort, which isn't enough for lethal, actually, if we don't do this here. So let's go ahead and go Battle Screech. We're going to leave this one in the graveyard for now, though. Pass the turn. Dude, Battle Screech with Anointed Procession and Intangible Virtues is so busted. All right, so they are going to have potential fogs. It looks like they found one. Make these guys. They don't have mana for Settle. Having a Stomp, having a Stompy Boy would actually be pretty nice in this deck. Simply for this type of situation. Oh, World Tree gives them enough for all of it, right? Okay. We have 0 extra stuff there. We can play out Satyr's Cunning. So we could get Battle Screech tokens out there if we play this out now, but I think we still hold off on the Battle Screech tokens. Play out the Adanto First Fort in response. They're still going, but they haven't actually created a win con yet, and so we're going to keep playing, keep rebuilding the board. That's the thing that we do really well. So Gaia's Blessing. Primal Amulet, okay. And opponent scoops it up. All right, so they didn't have the fog. They didn't have anything else. It's a Primal Amulet debt to make extra copies of things. And it's probably an extra copy of March of the Multitudes. They have Mass Manipulation to like take a bunch of stuff as well. March of the Multitudes. It's just like a big X spell. Try to slow things down. Try to keep growing the board as well. I like it. But we are built around rebuilding our board every single turn. And so that's the cool thing about tokens. You can go super aggro and put out a ton of power really quick, but we can also just rebuild over and over and over again. So we're good against the control matchups to an extent. If they get rid of all this stuff, there's a lot of things that we have to have on board to make it work, like lands, as we learned against one of the other matchups. But this was fun. On to the next one. All right, up against Gatsu, and this is a pretty good curve. We have Satyr's Cunning into Forbidden Friendship, Omen of the Sun, and then Anointed Procession. No heroic reinforcements, no intangible virtues, but I think it's definitely a good keep here for us. And so keep it and let Gatsu play. Plains. There's a lot of white decks that are actually really terrifying right now. So honestly, anytime I see that, I'm a little bit frightened. Speaker of the Heavens. Took them a long time to decide if they wanted to play that out there. Satyr's Cunning, pass the turn. Can't actually block the Speaker of the Heavens. Let's see if they remember that. Not a lot of people play this card. Yeah, okay, yeah. Angels. Bishop is actually really bad for us. They didn't swing in, though, so that's nice. Forbidden Friendship. Let's go for the instant stuff and keep the hasty thing for later. Pass the turn. Dude, what a curve. It's so annoying that that's just all you have to do to be amazing. Yeah, we don't have a lot of interaction when it comes to them. They're just going off with a Righteous Valkyrie. It's so busted. Yeah, I mean, that's something that's going to be really difficult to ever really win against, is Speaker of the Heavens into Bishop Wings into Righteous Valkyrie, and a Ajania turn 4 is pretty sweet too. I'm not sure if it's better than a Righteous Valkyrie and some other stuff going on, but still makes an Angel. We can technically kill Speaker of the Heavens with the swing in first. Good job being greedy there, sir. Yeah, I don't know if we can really do much of anything though. Why did I not play Inspiring Vantage to the mountain? All right, well, at least we got rid of a threat. And now, I'd like to get their life total low, but I think we just have to try to go for, we will overwhelm them at some point. No attacks. This 0 cost that they can use for Johnny is terrifying. Double Forbidden Friendship gives us 4 hasty attackers here. So hopefully they'll swing in. Up to 35, so they have the Ajani online. Counters on Bishop of Wings. They don't attack in. Haste to everything. We have to be able to kill Ajani this turn if we're going to go for it. So let's... If we're going to hit him, we need to hit him hard. 4 creatures with haste. They only have 2 blockers. Yeah, we do get to kill Ajani, which is step number 1. Or we can hit their face. Reinforcements. How much can I get them down? So 8 damage. It brings me right to 27, I believe. And so they still have Righteous Valkyrie online. With Bishop, they have 2 cards here. They gain quite a bit of life, 5 life every time. Let's... I think we need to get rid of a Johnny still. This has the highest chance of us keeping creatures on the battlefield for these other things to do better. We need more turns like that. Den of the Bugbear can be a little bit nice. We want them to start attacking in at some point. Oh, no. That's the worst possible card they could have had. They gain so much life now. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they're going to make another angel at the end here. With vigilance. Yeah. Down to 12. So big. I just realized I haven't been playing cleric class with a squirrel combo. Why am I not doing that? Shefet Dunes is interesting a little bit. Okay, Forbidden Friendship. Forbidden Friendship. Intangible Virtue, and then we'd have a shot. But nope, we're dead instead. We just, yeah, we're dead on the swing back. Man, they just had one of the most insane hands ever. Like, that was the best draw Mono White could ever have. All right, up against Maul, and we do have enough creatures to get out this Legion's Landing pretty quickly, so keep this hand into hopefully Battle Screech or Reinforcements. Could be really, really good. Up against a Kahira deck. If this is Cat Energy, my video just went live and someone is using my deck. Yeah, sweet. Hello. You may go now. So we want... Which one do we want out first? I guess Legion's Landing is better. It lets them know what we're doing, but we want double red mana on the next turn, so we're just going to go ahead and shock this in. Because we want white mana here. We want to play this first. We're going to shock it on the next turn anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's gain life now. I really wish these guys had haste. They feel like they should have haste, right? Like, I just feel like we've had a lot of satyrs have hasty stuff. They just feel like they should have haste. Opponent scoops it up. All right, sweet. Yeah, we get to flip the Legion's Landing. We get to start going off with other stuff. Intangible Virtue makes us really good, and sweet, sweet stuff. We've been drawing really awkward hands with this deck so far. This isn't bad, but everything is turn 4. Like, we haven't ever had a chance to go aggro because we've drawn all of our 4-drops every single game. I'm not sure this is keepable. Like, if we draw into a 1-drop, another 2-drop, whatever, then this becomes really good. We just need one more 2-drop, which is basically the rest of our deck. There we go. All right, so we get the Legion's Landing. See, and all of a sudden this is a very, very aggressive hand. All we need is an Intangible Virtue for turn 3 and then Heroic Reinforcements on turn 4, and it's lethal. All right, so Forbidden Friendship, swing in for 2, unless they have a counter spell here. Lightning Helix, annoying. Swing in. Pass the turn. Every single 4-drop in our deck. Why? What the crap, deck? This is so dumb. Come on. We have so many 2-drops. Our curve is insanely low. I think we go Battle Screech here first. Actually, it flips Legion's Landing. I'm expecting some sort of board wipe, but let's go ahead and just do one of these first. Or a counter spell or a board wipe. A settle would be great, actually. Puts it on top. We did at least get to 4 mana, but seriously, so we have 3 Battle Screeches. We have 4 Heroic Reinforcements and 2 Anointed Procession. So we do have lots of 4-drops, but we have so many more other things. All right, let's go again. They're going to get to Torrential Gear Hulks and start going for this, which will be scary. A Settle the Wreckage would be bad, but I'm okay with hitting lands. It lets us cast more things on a turn. Down to 10. Magma Opus to the graveyard. Has Torrential Gear Hulk online, and which is most likely the play. Gear Hulk does it now before we can grow up the board anymore. All right, so we need a 1-drop to let us play double Battle Screech here. Yeah, resolve. That's not it. Well, we Battle Screech. Flash it back on the next turn. We say no blocks. We need as much damage as we can here. Down to 11. Satyr's Cunning. All right, we can go super wide. We actually can't use Battle Screech until we have another creature here. So let's, I think it's Battle Screech number 2. Even if they memory lapse this or counter it, we have the other Battle Screech to still, oh, we don't have it because we won't have the creatures. So yeah, memory lapses. So we're gonna have to chump block. If they have a Magma Opus, we're dead. Pass the turn. Come on, deck. Yeah, this is the worst matchup to be getting all of our 4-drops. If we just had a bunch of early game stuff, they wouldn't have been able to Magma Opus and get enough things dead. Now we're having to block with our white creatures, which stops the Battle Screech from being as effective. I think we block just the Gear Hulk. Yeah, if Reinforcements resolves, we're still a little bit shy there. Lightning Helixes from the graveyard if they have another Gear Hulk. They're holding up tons of mana. They have a token here they can make. Another Gear Hulk, another Memory Lapse, and we're dead. All right, cool. Oh, that was so dumb. All right, perfect hand. Keeping this for sure. I like it a lot. Let's go for Marshal. Pass the turn. So whenever this attacks with 2 other creatures that are attacking, it creates a 1/1 lifelinker. And so it's the perfect opening starter for us where we can go for Raise the Alarm. No blocks. Raise the Alarm on the next turn. Ooh, Den of the Bugbear. That, yeah, doesn't come in untapped as often as the other one. So attack in here. Down to 19, pass the turn. Grim Initiate. All the first strikers are actually really annoying. But only if they held it back there, so we're good. Although we will lose our Marshal if we go for the Virtue here. Speckled Hazard. Annoying. All right. So, sweet. Virtue. Get a lifelinker to be blocking with. Or do I hold off on it so they don't know about it? Nah, we'll just get a lifelinker out there. Swing in, down to 15, pass the turn. Spitfire. All right, I know what's going on now. Ooh. Oh, wow. All right, so we swing in first, flip the Legion's Landing. They take it? Whoa, that's a big, big deal. All right. Let's just empty our hand. Battle Screech. Battle Screech. Wait, not the flyers. Yeah, these guys. Battle Screech again for 2 market creatures. Shock in the Sacred Foundry for the Satyr's Cunning. And that is just a massive board. If we had any other ways to buff the team or just Den of the Bugbear the next turn, like we just, yeah. Lethal and a half right there. A booyah. All right, so we ended with a 50% win rate with the stack, 71% on the play and 0 on the draw. So a lot of the games that I lost here too were people that just popped off with the deck. Like they had the perfect curve. It was amazing and busted and really terrifying. People like the land destruction deck just had the Gargaroth on the perfect curve there. I could have played things a little bit different in some of the matchups, try to make things work a little bit better. So I don't know. Definitely things I could have changed, made a little bit better with this in general. But overall, I feel like the deck was good. If we had the early game aggro stuff, it was fantastic. If we drew all of our 4-drops, it was slow. Yeah. The Throes of Chaos deck, I'm not even sure if I'm keeping that one in there. There was a few decks that I'm not sure I wanted to show just because it's not entertaining to see it just like not even have a chance. You know, I want the games to be entertaining for you guys, so I'll see which ones I end up putting in here afterwards. But overall, I think the deck is powerful. I think a 50% win rate in this format is good, and the fact that it showed that we won a lot on the play, and I think that we didn't have enough games on the draw to show that we could win against those ones. And so 50% win rate here, I think, is going to be closer to 55 in a lot of matchups, especially if we fine tune the deck a little bit more. I think this is too many 4-drops. I think we need something else here in the 1 to 2-drop slot to make it a little bit better. Haazda Marshal felt good, but I'm wondering if we need something else. Anointer Priest is nice to have the life gain every once in a while, but there are just some other things we can go for. There's another instant. I'm looking for instant speed token generation. So tokens. And if you can do stuff at instant speed and make tokens, Rally for the Throne is one that is really interesting here. So 3 mana, create 2 white human creature tokens, which is really sweet. Angelic Ascension is a pretty interesting card too, where we do make a token, which is nice. If we have Intangible Virtue, it's a 5/5 that's vigilant and whatever. And the first time someone tries to kill something, that's really, really nice. It's just, it kind of slows us down in other ways though, and so I'm not sure if that's a card we necessarily want, but we do make a lot of creatures that we can then exile and go for this. But if people respond to it by killing the creature, then we lose out on 2 cards. But this is a way that we can gain some life. Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's a couple other things we can go for. You See a Pair of Goblins is actually a card that we should have thrown in here for sure. I didn't even think about this. Giving another buff and a way to create instant 2 creatures is really, really good. So You See a Pair of Goblins actually is for sure coming into this deck. Gives everything +2, which is huge at instant speed after people don't block a bunch of tokens. So You See a Pair of Goblins, I don't know why I forgot about this card. It's so good. It is so good. So yeah, You See a Pair of Goblins absolutely needs to be into this deck. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. So honestly, I think that this comes in as a 2 of over the Anointed Processions. I think you still keep Heroic Reinforcements and Battle Screech. Maybe it's a 4 of and this becomes a 3 of, but it's something like that. Heroic Reinforcements is just super powerful. It's such a good card where it creates 4 power by itself, attacking in. Where this doesn't quite do that. It creates 4 power if there's 2 creatures. It creates 2 power, which isn't amazing, but it's nice with Intangible Virtue. Anyway, that's the deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.